Steve here with Table Rock Tea Company. It is a chilly October morning and we are out here harvesting tea seeds this morning. I'm going to show you a little bit about what we look for, how we do it here at Table Rock Tea Company. So without further ado, we'll kind of look around here at the tea fields. It's again, it's October, so leaves are starting to change and fall. We haven't had our first freeze yet, which is good, but we're about to have it probably next week. But anyway, as far as the seeds go, in general, if you are going to have a production field and you keep up on it well enough, you will not have flowers and therefore no seeds, because you're going to be plucking all these leaves, and it's going to be putting all the energy, the plant's going to be putting all the energy back into leaves instead of flowers. Now you can see obviously we have flowers. We've got a bunch of them over here. Those flowers will be next year's seeds, okay? And so like I said, there are flowers on this. We've actually kept up pretty good this year, so it's hard to say how many seeds we'll have next year. But when you look for the seeds, and again, it takes a year to develop, typically speaking, they're going to develop on the bottom part of the plant. So they're going to be under here, and here's some right there. So we always like kind of lift up the branch, and let's see, you can see them right under there. So you kind of have to lift up to look, okay? Now, these will show you kind of the perfect time to pick. Now, most of the time, we'll look at this, we're picking the green pod. We used to pick on the ground, okay? So you can see these seeds on the ground. And here's the problem with that. Now, I've written about this, biologically speaking, okay? The plant knows when to drop those seeds, okay? So if you pick them technically when they're green like that, they're technically not perfectly ready, right? Because the plant knows when to open up and drop. So ideally, what you'd want to pick is when they're right like, I don't know if you can see this, right like this, and just starting to split. You know, so it's about to drop that seed out of there. But that's a pretty hard thing to time. If you pick when they're on the ground, unless you have a tarp system, which we're going to set up pretty soon, there is a risk that you'll pick seeds left over, dead seeds from last year. You know, you won't be able to tell what's fresh or not. So anyway, we basically for production are in fact picking the green pod. And so you just pluck it off. It's not, you know, not rocket surgery, as we say, but that's it. And so you just have a handful. And so, yeah, again, all the flowers this year will be seeds next year. So that's essentially it. You're gonna see a bunch of anomalies. Like ours produce a lot of these threesomes, okay? So you can see there's 1, 2, 3 seeds in there. And what we're gonna do is when we get these all harvested, we'll put them on our withering table, spread them out, because you don't want them all bunched together. If you leave them in a bucket, they're gonna mold, okay? So you definitely wanna spread them out. And then as they spread out, they're gonna split. The hull will dry up and then it'll crack open, and then they're easy to pop out. See if I can do this one-handed. Oh, there you go. See, it just peels right off, and that's it. So anyway, that'll pop out with just a little bit of effort. Not too bad. Don't score it. I always read comments about people taking a knife and scoring the green pod. I think that's unnecessary and probably potentially bad. So why do it? Just let it dry a little bit and it'll be fine. So anyway, that's about it. We don't have maybe tons of seeds on each plant, but at least this year we've got a lot of plants to pick from. So anyway, a little bit on tea seed harvest. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to see what else is brewing here at Table Rock Tea Company.